Every year, enormous storms batter coastlines, flood cities, and dominate the headlines. But was it the hurricane in Florida, a cyclone in India, a typhoon in Japan? Are these different storms or just different names? Hurricanes, cyclones, and typhoons are all types of tropical cyclones. Massive rotating storm system powered by warm ocean water. They suck in humid air, spin due to the Earth's rotation, explode into a spiral of wind and rain. Fun fact: storms spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. It's all thanks to the Coriolis effect.
Wow!
The name of storm depends on where it forms. North Atlantic and Northeast Pacific hurricane, like Hurricane Katrina, for example. Pacific typhoon, for example, Super Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines. South Pacific or Indian Ocean cyclone, like Cyclone Fani in India. Single storm can even change its name, cross the international date line, and your typhoon may become a hurricane, even it is the same vortex system. Cyclone names are not always girls' names. The practice of naming cyclones exclusively female names has ended. Different regions have different rules for naming cyclones, which can include alternating male and female names. Storm names get retired if they are deadly, like Katrina, for example. That means they will never use the same name for any other storm. Why do we even name them? We name these storms for safety and clarity. It's easier to warn about Cyclone Fani than System 87 West, coordinate 16 degrees north, 83 degrees east, isn't it? Yeah? Ever heard of the storm eye? Not the eye like the eye, the storm eye. The eye is the calm center with light wind and clear skies, usually 20 to 50 kilometers wide. Surrounding it is the eye wall, a ring of intense storms with the strongest wind and heaviest rain. Beyond that are the rain bands, spiral arms of clouds and rain that stretch far from the center, bringing heavy showers and a wind. How fierce can it be? Well, it depends. Tropical cyclones start as small disturbances. If conditions are right, like warm water and low wind shear, it grows into a tropical depression, then storms. Eventually, full cyclones or hurricanes or typhoons. We classify them using the Saffir-Simpson scale from category 1 to 5 based on wind speed. Category 5 includes anything over 250 kilometers per hour. The damage is already catastrophic at that level. There is no official category 6, but some scientists have suggested it due to increasingly intense storm caused by climate change. However, it's not currently used by forecasting agencies. Cyclones can get massive, so massive in fact that some grows larger than entire countries. Powerful typhoon or hurricane can span over 1,600 kilometers wide. Put it into perspective, France is about 1,000 kilometers wide at its broadest point. One extreme example is Typhoon Tip in 1979, the largest ever recorded, which reached a staggering 2,220 kilometers diameter, 10 times the size of Japan. But it's not just a size that's jaw-dropping. These monster storms also carry an immense amount of energy. Oh, no. The single day, a large typhoon can release more energy than all the world's power plants combined. Nature's got a serious flair for the dramatic. Cyclones need spin to form, and that spin comes from the Earth turning. You know, that turning. But right at the equator, there's basically no spin. So storms can't get going there. Even though it's hot and stormy, no spin means no cyclone. They usually form just a bit north or south. A bit being like 500 kilometers, not exactly next door. So, next time you hear
hurricane, cyclone, a typhoon,
remember, same storm, different zip or postal code. Which cyclone fact blew your mind the most? Tell us in the comments below. See you next time, hold on tight and stay safe. Bye!